already beating the numbers with Tony. Watching the intro. Welcome to Drama Watchtower, and I am your host, Devious Dave Rose. And it's been quite some time since we last spoke. But I've been quite busy, real life, unlike being a dropout stoner loser who's got nothing better to do than get high and play video games. I actually have personal responsibilities, and obviously, right now I'm having to deal with my vehicle not functioning, so been dealing with that, trying to do a little shopping and preparing for tomorrow's day, which will be a long one. So I'm sure that Tony will be all day like, oh, I won because he's not streaming and stuff. It's like, I'm going to be at the mechanic literally all day. They're going to have to do some work, and we're just going to see where that goes. And then we'll see how much it hurts the wallet, which will probably cry rape. But, yes, here we are, ready to talk a few things. And obviously, as I've said earlier, I've been busy with real life matters, as many have been. Mars has been busy, Nikki's been busy, even Ken's been busy. Very often, you do see a Friday night show from him, but not always. Shout out to the 18 viewers right now. And actually, where are my manners? Let's start the show by showing our gratitude and appreciation for everyone who's chosen to spend their time with us here today. We've got Getty Lee's Owl Nose. We've got It's Steve Callan. Gone Fall, N7 Wolf, a.k.a. Bodark, It's Arushan Chu, Jadis, and I'm sure many more will be filtering in. Already we do have 22 viewing, and only 12 for Tony. Oh, pity. So, it's Woolsey's in the chat, and Extreme Shaft, and he's working and listening at the same time. Yes, multitasking is possible for those that aren't fucking, burnout losers. But the other day, the day would actually have been August the 12th. Or at least this is the clip that I'm going to play from it. I was given the timestamp, and, it's about 30 minutes long. Shout out to Foulmouth Ken in the chat. My mortal enemy, as everyone seems to want. But there's that Joe's. I don't know. There's all these people who are trying to get us to fight, But yeah, so this timestamp was sent to me. It's about half an hour's worth of stuff. There's obviously a lot of stupid stuff in there, so, dead air and crap. But there's some interesting things that he does say, and I believe he mentions Ken here as well. Tony's just shown himself to be exactly what we said, all of us. He's a loser, he's a retard, and he's got no content. It's as simple as that. He's got no content. I could easily discuss any topic, and that's where I came up with the idea of the wheel to be spun, where it's like, come on, let's just pick a random topic. Drew took that idea and made it work very well for him, so good for him. But I didn't invent the wheel. So yeah, some interesting things have been said. Tony hasn't stopped talking about me, Joe, and others, even though I haven't done shit. And last time I streamed on this channel, I think about a week ago. And yeah, obviously then vehicle issues and then the fridge issue and just, family stuff. So, but yeah, let's just jump right on into it because, some of the stuff this is why it was sent to me that, some of the lines are just way too funny. I was discussing, with several people actually, how basically Tony is just beyond deluded. He's lost control of reality. He's got no perspective, and you can hear it in the way he talks. Also, apparently he has a lisp, and the more I pay attention, the more I'm picking up on it. But yeah, I guess he hides it well. All right, let's get down to it, boppers.
You can't sit there.
Oh, I also find it quite comical that these people seem that they can think that they can dictate. There's only one drama emperor. Well, one first drama emperor, because there have been four. Hail to Nikki Knights.
And say, Well, Tony,
Oh, shout out to Chili Cheese J in the chat.
you played the game, so this is what you get. No, 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 no.
Yes. See already how we're getting off to the typical retardation that is Tony? No. That's how it works. Imagine you, I don't know, try to rob a store with a gun, and maybe you discharge one into the wall as a show of threat. Actually, no. Let's go with the drive-by shootings. That's even better. So, gangster decides, hippie gangster decides to drive by somebody and shoot out his window, right? 5 shots, misses every single time. And the guy, who he's shooting at takes out his pistol, aims it right, and then shoots him and makes a hit. And the car crashes. He goes through the windshield, hopefully for the last time. And yeah, that's how it works. You fucked around, you found out. Has this guy never had to deal with repercussions in his life? Probably not. He probably got totally coddled because this is the type of entitled mentality that doesn't seem to have the cognizance to understand there are repercussions for your actions, stupid. Oh, how nice. The garbage people are coming late. So now their diesel machine is going to make a lot of noise, so I'm just going to wait for this to be done. It's way too distracting. Come on, guys. Yeah, it's out already. Come on. It's like they're trying to fuck the bin there. Come on, boys, get out. Go. Sorry, I can't fucking deal with these trucks. They don't know how to double clutch. Anywho, so already we're getting on that foot there where it's like, oh, you can't say that. Like, I can rob a bank all I want, but if I get caught, then no, you can't say that I'm responsible for that. Sure we can. Bullseye says, off topic, but I'd like it when people try to argue COVID. Oh, yeah, I'd rather not bring that up here. Had to deal with the strike the other week just for showing fights that are shown constantly on YouTube, but whatever, that's how it goes. Are these guys not done yet? Come on. Son of a bitch. All right, there they go. All right. Very, very distracting. But then again, I would not suggest you put these under fucking electric vehicles because they won't run during the winter. Oh, thank God. There they go. Okay, what's a Tony is like playing pocket pool? Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Could be. All right, so let's just continue on here.
This is YouTube. This is content.
No, what you do is not content, Tony. You don't even understand that. Well, you don't probably understand most words that people say on YouTube. You've already shown it. I mean, apparently he was saying the other day that he was the one that invented the term hot air. That's like saying I invented the term bee's knees. I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. And, that was a common saying that got spread out through fucking pop culture and such. Oh, she's the bee's knees. Fucking retarded.
Entertainment.
No, it's certainly not entertaining.
It's not real life.
Until you try to make it real life. Oh, our first call. This man doesn't usually call in. However, I got to fix my mic real quick here, so he's got to give me a second. But, yeah, this man is actually working. He's not a fucking dropout. It is the one and only Extreme Shaft. Sounds like he's flying over a cornfield right now while he sprays chemicals. Can't hear you, buddy. This is like... Oh, he got my time machine working. He's in World War II now. Well, send it back already. All right, we're gonna have to let him go. 30 seconds of World War II fighter jets or fighter bombers. Yeah, a little bit difficult. Let me just write. Couldn't hear you. But or maybe he's playing the trucking game. All right, so yeah, let's get back to this. Get too easily distracted. And shout out to Tony. He's only got 12 viewing right now, and I've got 26. But the numbers don't matter, and it's not real life. But he's gonna be a breakout star on the. Listen to this delusion, okay? Listen to this delusion.
Nothing about it is real. We're sitting in front of a screen talking on a microphone. Okay? We do things for content.
Showing Ken's parents' house really doesn't seem like content to me. It seems more like a malicious act of an infantile individual who has a tantrum when people reject him. I mean, he's been rejected by Joe, by Ken, by who else? YR, Garguts. Basically, nobody wants to be around him.
Creation is number one. I know people want real stuff, but
Yeah, but if once you can finally do things like myself, who can actually do a varied array of topics, make them exclusive, and not be like him, who's just like, oh, I do great content and it's trucking and stuff. But literally, all he's doing is while he's smoking weed, he's playing old clips, like sometimes really old clips. It's like, that's not content. Why don't you, like I suggested, why don't you do a show specifically about cannabis? Cover the history, cover perhaps if it was featured at the Cannabis Cup, something like that. A show exclusively on, say, music or on whatever. He can't do that. He doesn't know how to do that. Again, the biggest, what's that term? The biggest form of flattery is theft. Or is it imitation? Whatever. Well, they say imitation, but I say theft because that's really what he's doing.
at the end of the day, I played a video that was on Mars Mirror's channel.
Yeah, I didn't ask him to take it down. Even after, like, a few weeks after I put that video up, or he put it up for me. He's like, do you want me to take it down? I'm like, no, leave it up there. Again, that has nothing to do with the fact that he certainly did try to seek me out, try to get other people to seek me out, and certainly doesn't have a problem promoting that sort of thing in his chat, including Vikings fans' address. What was it? One I saw the other day. Bullfrog's dad's address and phone number. But he's perfectly fine with that because it's not real life.
And see, that's the stuff I would have liked to say to Nikki last night. Like, bro, what did I do? He's like, that's what you get. Well, you play it. But what do you mean I played the game? What game did I play?
You fucked around, and you found out. How difficult is this concept?
I'm really confused as to what game I played.
Now, that could be your natural level of retardation, or it could be the fact that you are constantly under the influence. Which, again, the police should be looking into that shortly, but if they're not already. Well, we can get to that stuff later, actually.
Because if I played a video that was on your
well, he does have a little bit of a lisp. I just noticed.
Stream, bro. If I played another video, Mars, and whatever it is, what is that? That's going over the line? That's crossing the line? I was well over in inbounds.
No, over means that you were over the line. Again, where's the justification for what he did to Ken and his parents? Where's the justification of that? Because old Kenny boy wouldn't allow him to call into his show, just totally denied him and didn't want to deal with him? Or rejected him for the way he acted when he came to give him the action figure. And, there was the whole bullshit like, oh, he's lying that he's like miles away in his hotel. I just saw him go into that one. Totally ignorant of the fact that it was Filthy who was staying there. And they did their little smoking thing afterwards. And then Ken went back to his hotel.
Okay? He didn't play fair and he didn't play correct. He got triggered like a little bitch boy.
Says the guy whose grandma apparently is having multiple heart attacks a day? Right. That's why you have no other content other to cover than to cover old stuff. Man, you look like a fucking moron, Tony. But it's not that difficult. You do a great job yourself.
That's what he did. He got triggered like a little bitch boy. It's like when everybody's laughing at you in the schoolyard
So he's just deflecting. He's not deflecting. He's projecting actually his experience. He's deflecting, criticism on himself and actually, again, projecting it onto others. Very simple.
And they go, what are you going to do about it?
That's what he said. What are you going to do about it, Dave? That's where you live, bud.
What are you going to do about it? At that point, you should have said, well, I could probably do something, but if I did that.
My track record doesn't speak for itself? Hello? These people that dense and stupid? Yes. Yes, they are. Stop asking that question, Dave, because you already know the answer.
Probably the representation of my character probably would be flawed at that point. Because doing that
and ignoring what he did to Ken's parents. Remember that.
Shows how much of a creep I am and shows what lengths you'll go to do things.
I'll go again. Hello, consistency. Hello, I'll go as far as I need to. You shoot at me, I'm going to shoot back. How can these people be so goddamn stupid? God damn it! I just asked it again. See, it's very difficult to not ask it because again, you have somebody who claims to invented the term hot air, or at least started to use it first in this community. And yet, the simplest things, he can't even comprehend. Give me a second here. Sorry, just a little response I needed to provide. So yeah, let's go back. Phony Tony, hi, says it's Steve. Callan. Where's that clip? There it is.
Now, trust me, bro, if you wanted to fight and we could organize it on Street Beefs, trust me, I'd be there before you.
I remember Nicky played a bit of, he commented about this. I don't know if he did play this, but I do remember him mentioning, and, with Nick's maniacal laugh, it certainly made things a lot more comical.
I would love to kick your ass publicly, bro. If we could honestly...
So who's triggered now? Oh, I can't get across with my words to you. Even my ad hominems don't work. Let's degenerate into violence because I can't get my way. I'm going to throw all the toys around in the kindergarten because the teacher said sit down. This is what weak people do. When they have no other recourse, what do? Threaten violence. But they're stupid. Because they don't seem to recognize that. And again, just the whole concept of the fuck around, find out stuff is that, that if you try to met out violence, it can and is authorized legally to be used in return. You're retarded. I was just about to ask a question, but I'm holding myself. Let's continue.
Set up a fight, bro. I'd be the first one in it, bro. I'd fight anybody.
And you'd be the first one to be knocked out, too.
Put me against Danny MT.
Put you again against Danny MT, and he's going to be charged with felony murder in the first. No, you don't want to go against Danny.
Me against fucking Dave, I'll destroy him.
Do I have to wait for you like the wrestler waits for the Undertaker as he makes his way to the ring while you hobble there? So that, because of your condition... Dude, you're like Mr. Glass from Unbreakable. Just easily shattered. Yeah, that's right, Bodark. He doesn't know how to fight. He's all talk. And again, the whole big issue, he's like, oh, well, I did karate when I was 14. Well, there's videos of Danny in his 20s fucking beating people up. So, if you can show us something that's more recent, perhaps. But, he's trying to make it out that way. Okay. I've never really got into the... details as to specifically what I've trained in, but, ignorance is always a great tool. But this guy with the delusion, like, oh, I just kick your ass. It's like, where's that even coming from? It's like maybe, I don't know if, because, Danny gave his experience and so forth, and Tony gave his experience, if you want to call it that. Okay, well, you've got something that you can go on. But with me. It's just like you're walking into a dark alley not knowing what to expect. And that really is the sign of an idiot who thinks that he can just randomly assume, well, Dave's got a big mouth, so I can easily kick his ass. Do you think that I just grew this big mouth yesterday, or that I've been living with it my entire life and that I've had to deal with the repercussions? Again, a word that you don't seem to understand, but repercussions for having a big mouth, of course. And I'm still here and I'm still alive. Okay? Okay. So, perhaps you want to believe because you have never gone into any altercations in your adulthood. But if you want to believe the same for me, fine, whatever. What does it cost me? Nothing. You still sound like a pussy saying it, and, well, you'd be proven quite wrong if you ever did, get in front of me and ask for it. But again, I'm not the one triggered saying, well, I would love to kick his ass. Dude, you sound so weak and emasculated. I guess you're going to have to eat more steak and just cut off the veggie crap, because that's clearly, your T level is just like buried 6 feet under. Oh, 30 viewers. Shout out to the hate watchers. And poor little Tony with only 12.
Absolutely fucking destroy Dave.
Bah.
Fucking destroy him.
That's the third time now. So who's the triggered bitch? Well, I'm not a bitch, but you are, and you're clearly triggered. So there you go.
Bro, I'll pound him into the ground, dude.
Bah. We know that you don't even know how to grapple, stupid. Yes, Will Tactics. Shout out to Will Tactics, a.k.a. Tactics Attacks, in the chat. Too many acts. But yes, it is truly pathetic. Talk about triggered.
Let that dude wail on me. I'd eat every one of his punches for breakfast.
Did you invent that saying too?
There is no shot that dude would beat me.
Bah, based on what? Based on what? See, this is beyond delusion here. Beyond delusion.
Even if he had his daddy's strength.
Well, at least my dad's alive. How about that? Speaking of dads, I think you really do have some daddy issues. I don't think for a second you don't. You clearly are, very, very sore about the issue. Like, hey, I didn't kill him. Fucking U.S. government did. Fucking blame them, stupid.
There's not too much of that left, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know that you got scared shitless when I identified you. You got real scared. And your grandmother gets 3 heart attacks a day. You are nothing but talk, Tony.
Simo?
Also, stolen valor. Stolen valor.
Probably one of the only guys I wouldn't fight. Simo, he can take a beating, bro. Simo will take a beating.
Can he dodge a bullet?
And he'll get up. But at the end of the day, that's all these people do is talk, run their mouth.
Fuck! See, he's totally projecting now. Do you guys think he even recognizes it, or do you think he's just too far gone?
Talk nonsense, hide behind the computer, do stupid shit that involve real life, and then hide behind the computer.
Like you did first with all these people, including Scott. And then, obviously you did it with Ken's parents. So, very convenient to avoid that aspect of the story now, isn't it? See, here, we don't do the abridged version. You probably don't even know the meaning of that word. But let's break it down for him, because I'm sure he's reviewing this. But a good literary piece, perhaps the works of Arthur Conan Doyle for Shakespeare. For the retards like yourself, Tony, who get easily distracted if they don't have a pop-up in a book, you'd have the brief adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So each page would be a story, and you'd have a little pop-up. You can imagine him like doing the pop-up like 3-4 times. Oh, it's fun. But the unabridged is literally 3 inches thick, very small print, which I actually do have. And it's got the entire works, literally works covering Sherlock Holmes. Okay? Real people would read that sort of thing. You're limited to and obviously it includes all the details. But Tony, with his pop-up book, he can only have certain pieces of information in there, and they obviously serve as narrative.
and pretend it's YouTube. I don't get the two. You can't do that, bro.
I can, I will, and I will do. So what do you people don't seem to understand about this? Fucked around, you found out.
Either make it full fucking entertainment or you really...
Now, this is bullshit as well, because then he'll try to move the goalposts and be like, well, nobody finds you entertaining, but you can't do any other content and drama. It's like, then you do other content, and then he's like, well, nobody likes your content. It's like, well, you just move the goalpost. Either I don't do drama, which I've done in the past, and show that I can do other shows, and you're like, yeah, well, I guess he can. Or you keep bitching, and then you go back to old clips and such, because you've got no content. See? See how that works?
You really have a problem with someone? Go sort it out.
Like you did with Ken when you showed his parents' house, right? That's how you work things out with Ken? Who, you know, thought you were weird and stuff, and then you're like, well, dude, like, I smoked a joint with you, like... And then you decide to do that to his parents, so... Remember, it's very convenient for him to not mention that. Remember, he's thinking that everyone's going to be just like him with his 5-second memory. So I'm the current and latest villain of the community. But he, you know, has to ignore the stuff that he's done on his own volition. Ken didn't push this guy to dox his parents at all. He did nothing even close to warrant it.
No. I lost my fucking joint topper. God damn it. All right, we got another one here. And that's all these guys have been doing for years, bro.
That's another lie, blatant lie. Again, as I've said, all you got to do is look at my channel. You'll see the variety. Look at the shows that I've done with other people. Look at the shows that other people have done with other people. You're going to tell me that we've only been doing drama for the last 6 years? Another convenient lie.
They've been talking shit for 6 years, dude.
No, that would be a total fallacy. And how would he even know when he's only been here for under 2 years? Very convenient to avoid saying that.
Can you believe that? These guys have been talking about each other for 6 years, bro.
No, we haven't. Where is this coming from?
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard, and shows me exactly who they are.
It shows me that you're totally ignorant of the situation, and you're trying to make it convenient for yourself to push the narrative.
Just based on their past, based on nothing ever happening.
What are you talking about? And again, what about all the work that I did when, whether it be, you know, monetize this when I became a full-time co-host? Although I was going on there, as like sometimes as a filler, sometimes as part-time. This was when Tommy C was still there. Then there was, you know, a lot of wrestling reviews I helped him with. I did one hockey thing with him. So yeah, that the lie detectors determined that was a lie.
So you could dox me, you know, and you sitting there and Dave saying big whoop boo hoo.
You didn't seem to really care when you did that to Scott or to Ken, or even allowing the addresses in your chat for whether it be Vikings or Bullfrog or his dad or whoever. Shout out to Vikings fan in the chat. Ooh, I just got a donation. I believe this is the Goon. So let me recognize this here. Thank you very much for the donation, the Goon. He says, I just got a new certification to add my collections of PayPas. What I miss. While Tony explored the world through a video game, I explored the peaceful lands of Canada in person. Nanaimo bars are delicious. Disappointed I couldn't get my hands on Saskatoon pie, but maybe someday. And Ken, shit's coming. So thank you so much for that donation from the Goon himself. And yeah, the Goon actually shared with me the other day that he came to Canada. If I'd have known, I actually probably would have tried to at least meet up with him. Maybe introduce him to my dad. But yeah, he showed me some delicious photos of food and such and told me what he'd been eating. Yes, Nanaimo bars take some time to learn how to pronounce, but they are fucking awesome. And yeah, that is unfortunate about Saskatoon pie because it is known throughout Canada. There's a particular berry in Saskatchewan which is it's just known because it's fucking amazing. And I can understand your disappointment of not being able to get a hold of at least a pie, but yeah, I can't really send one to you because it won't come fresh. But yeah, next time the pie's on me. How about that? Yeah, and I if I could get out to Saskatchewan, no problem. But okay, so again, thank you so much for the donation, Goon. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Not very difficult. At least I'm not like super stoned, dude. But yeah, let's keep going back here and listening to these delusions, because again, I do find it very rich, just like those Nanaimo wars, that it's so convenient for him to just ignore certain things, and yet fully focus on me. Now, I'll accept whatever criticisms get levied against me, if, obviously if they're valid. But I'm not excluding, I stand by what I did, regardless of people saying, I still don't agree with what you did, Dave, but I understand why, whatever the case may be. But I'm not trying to obfuscate, hide, or lie about any of it. It's like, this is what I did. You guys know it, I know it. I'm not going to say, well, it was, no, this is what I did. So, yeah, Tony doesn't want to admit that because then he won't be cast in the spotlight that he thinks he deserves. But
Meanwhile, I'm getting doxxed and getting the police called literally every week to my house.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I can't believe that for one fucking second. On top of that, every week, what? So prior to my actions, it's been happening? Or did it start with me? That sounds very convenient for you to say.
Every week.
With Cal says, Tony's been talking shit about Joe for over a year. I don't get why he has any right to judge anyone else because he thinks his shit don't stink. I know my shit smells real fucking stinky. Sometimes it makes my eyes water. But I recognize reality for what it is and don't live in this delusional fantasy world that he does. I can't remember who said it the other day. Could be Bullseye. But yeah, or somebody else. But regardless, I think somebody's cutting something into his weed.
Every fucking week. And you won't see me react. You won't see nothing from me.
Well, maybe you should. But also, it's so unbelievable. Every week. Really? Based on what? My actions? Or did it start happening before? Or has it been happening for 6 years despite the fact you were here for under 2?
Because you can't do shit, bro.
Can't do shit? Are you fucking kidding me? I've had 2 separate people actually talk to me about you. And, well, also involving the police. They're not sending police to your house, but they are in the process of getting through things to get things cataloged. So let's just stop right now, okay?
Police can come over every day.
They can also stake out your street, and when you pull out to go to the dispensary, they can pull you over under suspicion. And when they determine that, yes, you are under the influence of cannabis while driving a motor vehicle, well, that's a violation of Massachusetts law. So that's an immediate arrest and impounding of the car. You do know that, right?
They're practically my best friends now.
This guy is obviously someone who's scared. Where have we seen this before? Oh, yeah, the cops are my friends, and they know all about this, and they've got all the reports on, and they were sitting on with me at a conference table as we were watching, just like with Bin Laden getting killed by the Marines. We were watching it live on TV, the Grand Tribunal. Where have we heard that before?
So if you think that's fucked up, if you think that's cool, then support someone like Dave. Go.
Or Tony, because he did it to Ken's parents, except that I didn't do it well, I should say I did it as retaliation. I didn't do it because Ken wouldn't have me on his show or take my call.
Go ahead. Go right ahead. But what it shows to me
is that you don't fuck around and because you'll find out. Or have you not learned that lesson yet?
and I appreciate it, is that people jumped off.
And then they jump right back on. That's what pissed off so many different people, including Almighty, who is a mod in Ken's chat, and is constantly in Tony's chat talking shit about me and others. But, yeah, he's not too pleased that I am not the eternal villain. There are many that are not too pleased that I continue to interact with the people they don't want me to interact with. Boo-hoo-hoo.
And you saw Joe in the chat last night. Dave was dying to get Cronin on. Because you know why? It's all part of his game. He didn't want...
I was dying to get him on. It's always fun, but I don't need people. Again, I could talk for hours on one topic or multiple alone, solo.
Want Cronin on because he enjoyed Cronin. Don't get it twisted. Guys, listen to me really carefully here.
So you can try to hypnotize them with your lies? I don't think so, Biggie.
Listen really carefully, okay? Listen.
No, you don't have to tell me to listen, stupid. That's an automatic aspect of a human body.
Shh. Listen. Dave doesn't give two shits about Joe. Do you see when Joe comes on my channel or Ken?
I wouldn't. When was the last time Joe was on Ken's channel? The fuck is this guy on?
You know, I really have a good time with them, and
I love talking fucking Final Frontier News with Joe. Like, what are you fucking retarded? Shit, I asked it again. I have to have a retard jar. So every time I ask, are you retarded? I just got to put some change in there, and by the end of this stream, it'll just be overflowing with pennies, which I still have actually.
Joe, a little, maybe not a little more, but we're from the same area, so there's a lot of like things I bring up, and he's like, oh yeah, I remember that fucking thing. So we go back and forth that way, but I really enjoy when Joe comes on. I really enjoy talking to Ken.
But because you say something's a certain way, therefore it must be a certain way. So if you say that I don't enjoy talking with Joe, hanging out with him, then it must be true, right? You know, it's not like there's... So, 6 years, well, close to 8 years of working with the guy on and off, obviously, 12-time sailorweight champion. And, yeah, I hate him so much I keep going back to him, right?
Had a 4-hour fucking podcast.
And he keeps asking me also to come back. So, plus, we work together. Again, somebody told me the other day that they really liked the interaction with me and Joe. I can't remember what show it was on that he called in. I think it was Bullsy's show. And, yeah, they're like, yeah, you guys really have good interaction, good chemistry together, and we really like when you do the conspiracy stuff. So, I mean, it's out there. People have already said this.
Cast that was longer than any fucking monetizes in the past fucking 2 months, bro. All right? Ken came on just on a whim and spoke 4 hours to me, bro. That's awesome.
So, Ken, this is where a lot of people get the impression that you were there to shoot the shit. He doesn't seem to understand that, what you were explaining the other day is that wasn't your intention. 4 hours a little too excessive to be on a call with him, honestly. But yes, he takes that and says that Ken loves me. He really, really loves me. He's just faking it with Dave and other people, right? Okay.
But Dave has a reason behind everything. You know what his reasoning was for getting Joe on? Good. If I get Joe on, that will prove that I have support, and it will prove, and I can go, ha, see, Tony?
But I don't have to do that at all. It's fun to remind you of this sort of thing, but then again, people are talking to me behind the scenes in a secret Discord server mod. So just stop. And again, all these people that do speak to me, they basically tell me that they totally agree with me and they disagree with everything that Tony does. All right, so hold on a sec. apparently a week ago, Tony had Scott on, and Tony wonders why Ken, etc., don't call in. Well, I guess maybe, but that's more recent than this, which was in the middle of August 11th. But I do find it quite comical that he will try to delude himself, and yet, I mean, just the other day, I was on a call with Ken on Bullsy's show. We shot the shit for a while. We had good talks and stuff. No issues there, or one of us or both of us faking it.
Looks like Joe didn't really jump off the bandwagon after all. But you have no intention of talking to him and really actually keeping... You just want...
Really? Because he had me on Monetize This the other day. Well, for the past 3 weeks, whatever. 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Want it to prove people. That's all you want to do.
No, I don't have to do shit. Except for be myself. And I'm proven correct. Sometimes it takes some people some time to get around to it. To understanding it. To seeing the full picture. That's fine. I'm not rushing out trying to prove my name.
So you shimmy up and you butter up, and I'm glad he gave you the fucking... Yeah, right. He was like, yeah, I'll be on in 1 minute, bro. Gassed you the fuck up, man.
Well, he's been talking to me in the background, and we are going to be doing Final Frontier News when he can get around to it, and I'm still a co-host on Monetize This. We also had a great show on the wrestling review. Took my notes, did a good job. Actually understand wrestling, unlike yourself there, Tony. So yeah, these stories really don't seem to add up when you give a little bit of time for them to develop properly.
That's the shit I love. Joe's...
The shit I love is that you continue to prove me correct without me lifting a finger. You can't do content on your own. The only thing you can do is steal. Whether it be steal words that apparently you thought you created, steal fucking bits, fucking video games, whatever it is. But that's all you got. You've got no original thought in your mind. And Bullsy says, Tony was mad at me for having Ken and Dave on the call on my streams. So I was told. That's great, actually. I love it. All right, let's continue. Oh, and Bullsy said that he will be going live later.
Like, yeah. I'll be right there, bro.
And yes, Bullsy always has an interesting perspective on this. Don't always necessarily agree, but interesting regardless. And yeah, well, you obviously know that, at least from what we're being told, Tony wasn't too pleased about Ken and me being on his stream. So if that can be possible again today to trigger the little bitch boy, why not?
It just bounces, dude. So that can really show me, like, all right, cool, man. Like,
listen, Cyclops, because that's what they're calling him now in the community. Cyclops, because his eyes are so close together, he might as well have one eye, which I find quite comical and creative. You know, I always thought, hey, Mole Man. But, yeah, basically, I like this better. I don't know what better, but I like the creativity. It's very different. I did not expect it. And certainly quite comical. We just got another donation here. Let's see who sent this one. I won't identify the person. But their message is as follows. Tony is clearly jealous and mad. Our first drama emperor is currently on Joe's main show co-hosting and getting along. Tony wants to be in Dave's spot. You're goddamn right he does. And especially because of the fact that I don't have rickets and I can actually walk. Talk is a different story, but walk, yes, certainly I can walk quite far and wide. But thank you so much for that donation, good sir. If you wish to be acknowledged, let me know. But, you know, I don't want to bring heat on people that are trying to avoid it. So, Out With Cows says, Tony thinks he has all the community figured out, but doesn't realize he is hated by most of the community. That's absolutely correct. And a lot of people just associate with him just so that they have a place to go because they're rejected everywhere else, so that they can hate on everyone else that's rejected him. Again, misery loves company, and that is a fucking shit pool. Out With Cows also says he's obsessed with everything, with everyone else. He was playing his trucking game asking his chat, what should I review? Like he knows his trucking game isn't enough to retain people. Yeah, it's actually been brought up to me that when he's covering drama and such, you know, he'll get 20, 25 viewers or something like that. But as soon as he's just totally dedicated on the video game, the thing's dropping to like 12, 8, 4 viewers or something. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense because he can't do shit.
I'm not gonna. You think I'm gonna get pissed at everybody that talks to Dave or everybody that goes in his chat?
Well, it certainly sounds like that. And, well, we got word from Bullseye that that seems to have been the case as well. Another drive-by shovel is still doing shovel things. He is. And it is quite comical to remind him that he's lost. And that he's never going to be able to get back onto fucking Joe's show, do that podcast that he was so obsessed about that he talked shit about Joe for over a year about. You know, he's not going to be on Ken's show. Ken's not going to take his call. Like, as the old saying goes, you're done, bye. You're done.
Then no. Like I said, I wish that didn't happen. But when you post somebody's house up on your Twitter and you leave it up there.
How about on your... Forget about leaving it up there, okay? That just goes to show I stand by what I did, okay? That it's there for everyone to see and to judge. Okay? But you were streaming and did your little Google Street Views on Ken's parents' house. Again, very convenient to not be mentioning this. Very convenient. Also, shout out to Tony. He's only got 11 viewers while we have 33.
And you're standing by it.
Hold on. You can barely hear me? Oh, you mean you can hardly hear Tony when he's running his stream. Okay, when he's running the truck thing. Okay, cool. I got it.
And leaning into it, you get everything you deserve, bro. That's all really I have to say.
And you get what you deserve. It's tit for tat. Don't you fucking idiots understand this shit? It's like you fucked around first, Tony. Well, you found out. Simple as that. I left you alone for like 6 days or a full 7 days a week or something like that. Not even fucking mentioning him. I was just chilling and stuff. This was actually while I had both of my channels functional and weren't struck. Not even mentioning him, not mentioning Scott. Nothing. But he can't let go, obviously.
You get everything you deserve. And we're seeing it right now.
Yeah, being a co-host of Monetize This, what a punishment. Having Ken in my chat, what a punishment. Donations, what a punishment. Channels that can, broadcast and stream, not a punishment. Or what a punishment.
And it's never been better. You know why?
It's never been better. Got a message just a moment ago from Nikki. Well, more of a thumbs up on my link, but regardless, we still talk. And much more consistently than you might want to believe. But whatever. I talked with Mars. Now, I did see, I think it was Tab in Tony's chat saying, like, Mars and Nikki left because of Dave, blah, blah, blah. It's, really? And that's why I'm still talking to them. That's why they're busy with their things and have said so on air. But yeah, family lives and work and all that, because Tab and other faggots like that don't have them and also don't have brains. They're going to assume that they left because of Dave. No, that doesn't seem to make much sense at all now, does it?
You did a stream last night, Dave? Because I said you could.
No, I did the stream because I chose to do it. You have no control over me.
That's why. I said, you know what? You can have that. You can have that conversation. I'm done with it now. You can have...
No, but see, remember, he got triggered that I was going to review it and then took it down. It's like, I'm in control. No, you're not. I can stream about anything. And I can obviously play any of your current clips today and hear that you are still obsessed.
My table scraps. I'll allow you to stream tonight. And guess what? You couldn't even wait till I was done live. Once the conversation was over, you went live, bro, like a kid in a candy store, bro. Waiting for that. And the fact that I just said, yeah, I'll take 400 for it, and you reiterated that, he's like, yeah, he wants like $400 for that thing.
No, I was laughing at your impetuance. Like, the fact that you even thought someone would pay 400 for that. And then what do? Release it for free. It's like vaporware, basically.
Just showed how much you can play into my games, bro. You follow me, bro. I'm the leader, brother.
He's the leader. He invents words. He's the leader. That's why, actual kingpins in this community, like Joe or Ken, that's why they follow your lead. That's why they have you call into their shows.
I'm the leader, dude. And you're following me. And listen, I don't want you following me. Neither do I want Scott following me. Just leave me alone, please.
That's funny because this is from August 12th. Sorry, not August 11th. And, he hasn't stopped leaving us alone. So, again, I can go away for a week, 2 weeks, not mention anything about drama. He can't stop. He has to dig to old stuff and still tell himself that he won, that he's popular, that he's going to be this game changer in the community. The delusions of a madman. Well, mad soy boy.
I never speak about you, Scott. Anywhere, dude.
That's bullshit, and we know that.
Do you want me to speak about you? Do you want me to say you're my best friend?
Remember last week you had him on.
And what do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
What do you want? Do you want to be my best friend? Do you want to date me? Do you want to be my boyfriend? What can I do for you to just leave me the fuck alone? And stop going into other communities and stop talking to other people.
Have him on your show again?
About me. What can I do? Because Mars and Nikki said I'm fucked. That's it. Might as well just kill myself because, you're going to have this fan stalker, chasing you. And, or you should just go to another community and don't say a word.
That's probably my fuck up. I automatically played something.
Asshole. I tried that 3 times. Well, this is just what it is, man. This is just what it is, bro.
Trying.
This is how it's going to be, man. This is how it's going to be. Do you hear yourself?
It's just the way it is, baby.
You actually hear yourself. I think you've lost touch with the community a little bit. I know you've been gone a little bit. And all this shit, bro. FYI, me and Mars talked after that stream, and he said he would have loved to have me on, but it wasn't his call.
Bullshit. Also, although prevalent, little fuck up on my behalf here. This is not the clip that you are looking for. The clip that I actually was... we got the good stuff at the beginning, though, because I did love that whole, like... But, no, this was actually from August 31st. Good job, Dave. Hey, just reiterating. It's like, one of those last time on Star Trek, The Next Generation. So, this one's 20 minutes. And, we get some good stuff here. So, apologies, but then again, been a good stream so far. A lot of people coming through. Been going for about an hour. Just reminding everyone who needs to be reminded, like Tony, that you're always and forever to remain a retard. So,
like something that we didn't want it shouldn't have been turned into.
I think you guys were trying to fuck around and troll, and it was funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay, let's set the scene. This clip is from, I think, I'll have to be corrected, but I think it's from 2 years ago. No, actually, it's probably last year, 2021. But you have YR on a stream with Tony. With Joe. So Joe's interviewing him or talking to him on a stream, and it's just them. And, Tony never got that. He never got the podcast that he always wanted. He wanted the pony as a kid, and he got a spanking instead. So he's going to comment on the fact that, how could you have YR on? And, just listen to this obsession here.
If you knew.
Shout out to Spartan King of Texas. Hopefully not boiling there in Texas.
I don't know if you knew that people were really going to get mad at each other, but how could you not know?
We were bored, probably. I mean, we were fed up with everything. I mean, at that time, we were mad at you and Ken. Y'all were cool at that time. So, we did our shit. Like, when it was getting, and I'll even put my hand up on this, like the weird stuff, the peanut butter stuff.
Else would
Obviously,
be.
that's when it was
It's so
going
it's
down
so
the road. That it
dishonest
shouldn't have been going down.
when you look at it.
Keith Barber thing with JB, like that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I
wouldn't call it dark
get
humor, but it was.
I get being bored and
right.
fucking around though. I get it. But like where else is there where you can watch a podcast?
J-Diz confirms that this was on Corrupted a long time ago. Yes, because he has no content, so he has to dig into the past because it's all he's got.
In a show where like the dude will like call you and do a podcast with you and shit. Like where does no other YouTubers I don't think do this.
Well, my thing was, and I love doing this, and I sometimes got hate, but you know, we talking shit about someone, and then boom, fucking, I get that person in the call. Well, it's all fucking, and that. But when you're listening to that on a podcast, like that's really intriguing.
I think it's like it's like a rush to
These
the brain.
words
I
must
think.
be
like that
into
Vince
fucking
Russo
Tony.
thing with JD that one time.
Mm-hmm.
But I never
Like
got
when
my
y'all talking about him or
podcast.
something, and then all of
I
a sudden
paid you
Russo
under the
pops up,
table.
and like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, Russo's calling in now. What the fuck? Yeah, it was crazy.
And you know, I did a lot of shitty shit. You know what I'm saying? Trolling or whatever. But like, I don't think, you know, how we were perceived is like people that are gonna take down Joe.
Well, I think some of
never
the things.
happened.
I think some of the things that people say, like you can't. Help it. And one of the things that happens is when a lot of the things you guys are doing, there was people listening who were going to do that. Like who were actually listening to that. Like they believe they were like, let's, so like, you know, while Scott used to get mad that, you know, you're making me look bad to the community, people hate me and they're going to attack me because you treat me this way. But no one really did. The only people that attack him usually are the people that get mad at him in his streams that liked him originally. But there's a lot of people that don't like me and I think a lot of it's because of him. I don't think they would have.
Yeah, but we all, like, I'm sure there's plenty of people that had altercation with him and then never talked to him again. But like, there's still you and me and a handful of people that, you know, like right now, me and Scott, I don't know, like, I just whatever. But like, I don't
Remember,
hate
this
him
is from
and shit,
this
you
is
know
from
what I'm saying?
2021.
Like,
Yeah, like I don't hate anybody either. Like that's the thing is like, you know, I like to fuck. People fuck around. I'll fuck around with you back, and I'll really fuck around with you back. But
So remember, that's what Dave does. You know, if you fuck with me, I'll fuck back. It's okay for Joe. No comment from Tony here. But it's okay for Joe to do that. Maybe even Ken, but not Dave.
I won't ever do anything like bad or go to these weird levels that certain
Well, I'm your Huckleberry.
people will. To me, it's
Well, Ken, like, I invented that name first, that word first, that phrase. Like, I don't even know English. Whoa.
innocence thing. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's just fun. It's fun to fuck around. But
we all
sometimes,
have our ups and downs with Scott, but we're all still.
It's fun to slap down bitches like Tony and losers like Tab and shit and others who can't do shit and feel so helpless because their lives basically are worthless and they have no control over what they do, or over, you know, their lives, I should say. And as such, just are ripping pissed that they can't control anybody else for that matter. Pathetic.
around, so can't like truly hate each other.
But there's a part of me that, you know, it's like, man, if people had just backed off a little, I think we'd been all right with a lot of the stuff we do. But I don't.
Like, you really think you and Ken thing was like a DC thing that fucked it all up? Pressure.
Yeah, I think so.
And we put a lot of pressure.
Look at what got Ken to leave. You know, he had Mars on his show who was bashing me. And then one night, you know, when Scott was drunk, me and Leah were on Twitch. And I was like, and he was trying to call in or whatever. So I was like, yeah, come on the show or whatever. And so he comes on Twitch. And then somebody in the chat wrote, dude, why the fuck would you have him on here? Blah, blah, blah. And I noticed that it was a person who was in his chat earlier who was cool about Mars being there. And, you know, Mars had been bashing me, you know. And so I was like, well, fucking, if Mars...
With Cal says, Tony's crying, LOL, what the fuck? You mean on his stream? Tony's crying on his stream? I don't want to have to pull that up, but I do like hearing bitches cry. You know me, I'm an evil person. But if that is happening, clip it and clip it good. Do.
Mars is Ken has Mars on his show. Well, fucking Scott's gonna be my Mars, you motherfucker, or whatever. And it was just
I remember that.
It was and that was a funny comment that was like a joke. Like
Okay, so what's being told to me is maybe like 5 minutes ago, Tony criticizing you for not being able to wait till his video ended to review, but he will gladly review this while it's live. Of course, that's what he always does, because he doesn't have any content.
always telling these jokes, man. And then when I say that, people are like, "Oh, it's always a joke, huh? It's always a joke."
They always say that.
Yeah. I get it. Like, there's no right answer, but that is the answer. Is like, dude, everything is funny, and I want to make a joke out of everything. You know,
technically, Bo Dark, he's reviewing his own stream, because this is what Tony put on his stream, or at least a portion of it.
It's the talent you have. It's like
Until it's not.
It's like it's a YouTube channel. It's like a TV channel that you created
Let's smoke
yourself.
it up, motherfuckers.
So
Let's smoke it up.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
that's
trying
the
to be
whole point.
funny. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, all right, well, because the guy said something. The guy, I didn't just come out and type that out and say that out loud. Like, oh, well, if he's gonna have this guy on, I'm gonna have this guy. That's not what I said. That's not how it went down. That's how it was portrayed, but that's not how it went down. How it went down was someone in the chat was grilling me about why did I have Scott on. Well, I had Scott because he was drunk and it was funny, and Leah thought it was funny. And Leah was drunk too. We were all drunk, and it was funny. And earlier on, you know, he had a guy on who bashes me, and this guy in the chat loved it. And I noticed that guy because I was like, oh, that's funny. He likes it. The bar's here, and I think it turned into like, oh, Joe did that on purpose. And it's like, no, I didn't. The guy kept calling me, and he was drunk, and I thought it'd be funny to put him on Twitch. I think that stream is still up or on Twitch, but. And that was actually the stream where he said he would never, ever work with you ever again. Then he worked with you 3 or 4 different times after that.
75 different times we worked together.
It's amazing.
I don't know, like, I don't hate him. I never want to see him. Like, even everyone's joking about this flooding with him.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's bad, man. I don't want to see him.
No, I mean, nobody wants to see him, but I mean, he's already out safe, so it's okay.
That's good.
I guess. I mean,
does Leah really, like, with, you know, he always brings up Leah and stuff. Just like, does she hate Scott, like, or does she like find him?
No, she pretty much does not like him. Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, what
Damn.
do you want a 3? Way.
No, I mean, you know.
I think she finds it amusing, though. I think she does find it somewhat amusing. I think she's.
You know how Scott is with the females in the community.
Oh, yeah. He's got a mentality of like, if you and your wife were doing something, he'd want to be the guy who jumps in the middle, like, and tries to like break up. Like, dude, Scott totally has probably tried to broken up like relationships all over the place.
What?
Yeah, dude, he loves to be the other guy type of thing. He does it with the community. He just loves being the other guy that comes in and goes, you know what you're really missing? And like, he's totally the guy. He's totally the guy that breaks up a relationship for like 3 months, and the chick bangs him instead. And then eventually the chick goes, you know what? You're a fucking psycho, and then goes back to her husband. But like, they got to mend the whole relationship again. Swear to God.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you hear that? You like that?
What?
God damn it! This is
gonna be great.
With cows is correct. Actually, let's start out with Gonfall's comment. Just bear with me here. All right, so Gonfall says, the more they talk, the more they expose themselves. I'm a real trucker. They will never be a real trucker. I put my life on the line in winter, almost died several times. What does he do? Game. If you can call it that. With cows, says he thinks he's the hottest shit on YouTube in years. Meanwhile, no one cares. People just use him to fill time sometimes when no one else is live. That's exactly what they do. And it's a place to go bitch about me, about Joe Cronin, about Ken. I think Drew is also mentioned there at some point. Anybody that shows up in anybody's chat, like here, or fucking Joe's, or Ken's, you know. Oh, what are you doing here? Like, just losers. Losers.
Play a joke on Dr. Brown the other day.
What joke was that?
Like prank. You were like, oh yeah. You brought up. I think it was me. You brought.
The funniest thing is, though, how could you expect to get big on the internet and so forth? With just a trucking simulator. Although there are people who've gotten larger, it's not like you have 1.2 million people watching. But, obviously there is interest in the game, and obviously there's interest in people streaming. But usually it's just on the stream. Thing is, though, what was I getting at here? But who else outside the community knows about the community drama? And more importantly, why would they care? Because they haven't been around for a long time and aren't really invested in such. Doesn't really make much sense.
Oh, yeah. Young Republican, he's a real piece of shit, right? And you're trying to get Dr. Brown to...
Oh, yeah, because he always...
I think this is when we finally start to hear Tony.
Me and Joe's chemistry.
There we go. Yes, this is it. Okay, so the chemistry. Listen to this, guys. It's just... It's beautiful and sad all at the same time, like a Shakespearean tragedy. And I'm sure that the only Shakespeare that Tony read was in pop-up book form. Let's continue.
Is much better than YR and Joe's chemistry. 100%.
Oh, and now, okay, so now that we have that premise already set, okay, we got to think like scientists, not like some fucking douchebag loser. But, okay, so the equation has been set. The thesis has been provided. Chemistry between Joe and Tony, spectacular. Way better. Way superior than Joe's interaction with YR. What does this mean, Tony?
And that just shows you who's better.
Show me who's better.
Me and Joe's chemistry.
Better at what is the question? Is this also like moral-wise? Is it getting high? Is it the ability to set up lights in your room? Better at what? Carrying on a show? The audience seems to disagree.
1,000 times better than his and Joe's chemistry.
And that makes him better. Not saying better at streaming, better at this. No, let's just leave it all vague. Also, out with Cal says he's in love with Joe. Not just with Joe, but with himself. He's in love with himself.
That's facts.
That's facts.
That is solid facts, bro. Not saying YR when there's a group of people and he's able to do things. YR is definitely better in a group
At
setting.
what? Still better at what?
Much better than me. I will admit this. YR is much better in a group setting than me.
At what?
He knows how he can
communicating
control
himself.
A situation if he knows the situation. He's able to maneuver and MacGyver things.
What?
And get people to go at each other and stuff. So he's very good in that sense. And that's in those kind of situations. I realize that. I'm not an idiot. You know?
No,
but
you
on
are.
one-on-ones, I think that's his weak point. He gets...
My God, this guy can't even carry a conversation on his own. How the fuck does he expect to do that with somebody else?
It's awkward. He gets embarrassed.
Exactly, Bullseye. He can't make any examples. He doesn't even know what it means.
Especially with women, forget about it. Forget about it.
That's hilarious. Someone mentioned this the other day, is that, or actually today, in a private message, that, Tony, would like to criticize others on women and so forth, but yet, he seems to have spoken many things that are in confliction with what we already know about his, relationship. So.
I mean, this is just fact.
Also, remember, this was Tony, who was so obsessed that, I don't even think that Ken had ever commented on what his girl looked like or anything like that. They'd seen her on camera one time because she ran into the room when he was on the show with Joe, making too much noise. But other than that, he tried to keep her off the video and so forth. And would then bring up Ken's wife. You know, he'd also criticize Ken. Oh, well, nobody'd like you, fat fuck, blah, blah, blah. But then he's like, oh, let's just see a picture of your wife. Let's compare the two. Like, I know that my wife is hotter than yours. Do you guys remember that? Because I certainly do. So Ken triggers him. Because, yes, he triggered Tony. And, well, Tony didn't like it. So then he's, well, let's just compare what our wives look like. For what for?
Facts, bro. See, like, when you talk shit about me, YR, it's like fake stuff and you make up lies and shit. Like, when I come out with facts and shit, it's like...
You come out with facts. What, from a factory?
Critiques and shit that, like, is...
So pre-manufactured and fake.
Legit. Real.
See, this guy can't even fucking string sentences together.
So you can say all you want and make up your lies and do this, that, and the third and say, Tony, stop calling me. Like, dude, I was never calling you, bro. You lie all the time and say I'm calling you, dude. I never call you. Ever. So if YR says, show the proof. YR says Tony's calling me. Now YR will make a fake Skype and call himself and be like, look, it's Tony from Revere. Right. Show the actual username. Momo. Like I did with Danny M. fucking Sleazebag. And I guess he has another Skype now called Snubby. But he did have the Danny MT one.
Is he also sour on Danny MT still?
So. Alright, you guys done in the chat? You guys done making love?
Still some more shit that's coming up, which I find quite comical.
Bro, I'm just smoking, so... What do you expect me to do?
I'm going to finish this. I'll open Skype lines soon after. And we might be done in a little bit. Well, not in a little bit, but maybe within an hour. Actually, no, a little more than an hour. But bottom line is that I'm trying to hand off the audience to Bullseye because he's got stuff to talk about that he wants to discuss. And he's planning on going live. So, yeah, basically I'm just going to continue, as I always do, wrap it up just in time for him to start at 4, if not earlier. Maybe 3:30. So keep your eyes out on that. Bullseye, you've got a wrench. Feel free to put the link to your video in the chat. And as I always like to say, let's continue.
There, Michael Tinsley. You say, get out of my community, both of you. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just not go live and just sit here by myself and just talk to myself and be like, well, I can't.
That's kind of what he's insinuated to many other people. Like, you should just leave, man. You're never going to amount to anything in your YouTube career. Again, somebody calling it a YouTube career when my channel's not even monetized. Why don't you just eat a shotgun? I mean, it's so fucking stupid.
Can't stream. You're in my fucking community right now there, pal.
And you know what? You are in Ken and Joe's community. Okay? Or at least you'd like to be part of, but that's where you initially, like a leech, sucked onto. And a little salt was poured on you. You got salty, obviously you fell off like leeches do. And then you tried to clamp on the next warm body. And they did the same thing, more salt on you. You wriggled around like the leeches do when you put salt on them. And yeah, you kept trying to do that, but nobody wants the leech.
Just remember that. You're on my channel right now, buddy.
See, but I've been criticized for having people on my channel and saying, no, you've been naughty. Spank, spank. Oh, the humanity. Oh, free speech. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Dave Rose, how dare you? But, and also he's said in the past, like, who do you think you are, Dave, to dictate and to, like, ban people and blah, 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 and disallow and... Sounds like you're trying to pull off the same thing, but claim that somehow you're justified, and I'm not?
You're in my playground there, pal.
And apparently, like your entire life there, Tony, you're at the sidelines of my playground, and you're not being allowed in. You're not allowed to pay. This is a prestigious private school, and you don't even qualify for basic Medicaid. So you can watch there by the fence and cry about the toys that the kids have, but you're not going to get into this playground. It's as simple as that.
You're my pet. Don't forget who's running the show here.
That's hilarious. So he's running the show. Well, maybe on his channel, but not in the community, which is what he seems to believe, or at least has deluded himself to believe.
Buddy.
Buddy, guy. Don't call me buddy, guy.
Like, I don't get what I'm supposed to do. Just sit here and just not stream, not go live. Well, Michael Tinsley told me I couldn't go live. So, I'm not going to be able to go live tonight, guys.
Very convenient to obfuscate what is actually being said. This guy's going out starting shit. Of course people don't want you around. If you're just doing your own thing, like, today we're going to truck and we're just going to travel across America, there shouldn't be any problems.
Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You fucking gooba. I just said 2 sentences and I destroyed you.
I don't know if you could qualify those as actual sentences if you were at a spelling bee or a debate. Unless you're in the special needs category, I don't think you'd even get a ribbon.
You've been trying to destroy me all night, dude. I say fucking 2 things to this fucking dick suck.
And apparently, from what I heard, Tony was going to certain communities. Scott was going to them as well. I don't know who went first. But there's some sort of kerfuffle there and like trying to convince one person and, oh no, it's this. And then there was the jail stories with Domi, or I don't remember what the fuck, but he got involved with that. Stupid.
And he's fucking done. Now, I could ban you and just hide you, but I'll keep you as my pet.
You could ban him, but then, you wouldn't have really anybody in your chat other than trolls and stuff. And you gotta pump out those numbers to make it look like you have a lot of activity in your chat, which I certainly do. But, if you were to ban all these people that were using, say, Bullfrog's dad's address in your chat, you'd have nobody in there because it's been relegated to just trolls. That's it. You can deny it and say, I'm like building up my numbers and all these people are watching me. But all you got to do is look at the statistical analysis of viewers per subscriber ratio. And you have to take in consideration to that matrix time to build said audience. Okay, so if with each week of increase or, gain, you'd be able to correlate that to number of viewers, live viewers, number of participants in chat, and number of subscribers in X time. This might be probably a little too advanced for Tony. I know that most of you guys understand what I'm talking about here. I know the Goon certainly does. Maybe I'm going a little too... this is not remedial kindergarten as Tony needs. This is, first year university, I guess. Well, regardless, let's continue to listen to this travesty of an individual.
I'll keep you as my pet, yeah, pal. Smoke it up. You smoking a doobie? It's what? 2:36. I'm gonna stay up for another half an hour. I'm gonna wrap it up at 3 o'clock.
It's funny. It's
I want
almost
to
3
jump
here
into the
now.
rig. At least get the downloads in. Do some mod work. I could do that when I'm not live, though.
Again, this is your great leader, huh?
Damn it.
This is the guy that everyone clamors to watch. The lineup is forming around the block to witness the artist known as Tony.
See that? Perfect burn, brother. That's how you get a perfect burn. Tony is just fucking master. Master at Joey fucking rolling.
See, that's another thing that
You gotta get a good burn.
even a mention in passing it could be a joke even. Oh, I roll better joints, or I've seen better joints. It's like, it's always, oh yeah, well I'll show you. I'm gonna do a great joint here. I'm gonna say that I'm the best at this, and it's like, just relax, dude, relax. That was the whole purpose of that video that I did. I made a rolling video, because after Tony made a video on, and this is probably where a big portion of it comes from. On one of his videos, he was rolling a joint. This was several months ago. And, you know, it didn't really look that good. But I was like, I could roll a better joint. You know, just in passing sort of thing. Not like, oh, man, I was always the... Sorry, I always do the Scott voice. I can't do Boston. But how about this? Well, I was always doing the... I guess, yeah, gay Boston, same thing, right? I was always doing the... better joints than anybody else. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you should make a video. And he's like, I think I will. And then I was like, you know what? No video from Tony. Let's make one myself. And I just made it quick. You know, you can see that obviously it's not a good joint. Well, it was a good joint in the fact that it smoked, and it smoked evenly, which is the most important thing. But, you know, I just it was like a 5-minute video. I quickly just rolled a joint, and I was like, yeah, you don't have to take 10 minutes fucking doing it, Tony. It's literally just a couple minutes, boom, done. But that started the whole, well, I'm better at joint rolling than you. And
a good inhale, a good draw, a good width, a good feel, a good texture, all of the above. Scott and Tony, you're done, okay? You tell me what done means, like well done or medium rare?
it means you're relegated to the dustbin of history and nobody wants to deal with you, Tony.
You're the boss, bro. I don't know. You know, I'm just a little guy here. You're the big man on campus.
Little, as in physical stature? Yes, we know that. Mr. Rick, first name Etz. Sorry, Mr. Etz, first name Rick. There we go. Regardless, you have Ricketts. There we go.
That's actually his screen name, is that yours?
That's another thing people tell me about quite often. It's like, listen to the little laugh, like, eh. Sounds like he's trying to push out a turd.
Got big man on campus. I know I seen that recently.
Got a little bit more to go on this one.
Woman, no cry.
Skype lines will be open very shortly. So
Yeah,
anyone who
He always
shit.
does. He did it on Scott Bad this past weekend.
Yeah, see, he was like, oh, well, you know,
Okay,
when he
so
feels like
still
it's
playing
safe
the
to go
old
at somebody, he
flip.
just goes at him, like, no matter where. You know, but I've noticed that he's tried to tone it down a little bit because he's catching himself now because I was like, what about Young? He's a piece of shit, huh? And he was like, well, you know.
Well, no, we do the show together now, so.
Yeah, so it's really hard for him to shit on you because now you're getting all the attention. But yeah, dude, I find that most people are just full of shit.
What do you think about that?
How does it feel to do a show with a full of shit guy?
Who, Dr. Brown?
Yeah.
He's smart as shit.
Really?
He
Then why
plays the guitar- he
he
plays
goes
the
on every
guitar
different show and talks shit about people.
Yeah, but when you get him into his layer about music and shit.
No, I love him,
ask
yeah. Yeah, he's good at
off-the-wall questions that are just totally random. He gets them right on.
Yeah, man, it's the autism. He knows all about it. He's like a library. When it comes to music, he's a library. When it comes to bashing people, it's every other show.
It's funny. He's like, oh, you know, I can't even do. I like him, bro. I
Yeah,
like him, bro.
Young is needs to die.
Imagine
Oh,
imagine
Lord.
how angry Tony is getting while listening to this clip, where you've got YR and Joe just shooting the shit and talking about memories that they know of that Tony wasn't around for, and he's still thinking, he never gave me that $25, well, he never gave me the podcast that, you know, the $25 a month crap paid for, the producer level Patreon, which apparently he paid for under the table.
I'm going to kill you, Mars. So I want.
Yeah, remember when
my
you guys
friend.
were super mad at him? Like you guys actually thought about calling the police on him because he had an AR.
Wow.
Now you're doing a rock and roll show with him. Fucking
You're gonna
bitch.
call the police on him, bro?
We make people say some
YR?
extreme things.
You're gonna
Yeah.
call
But
the
like at
police
the
on
end
him?
of the
YR?
day,
That's fucked up, bro.
since this drama
What a friend.
happened to
What a friend you are, YR.
you know,
Well, I believe he has more friends than you do.
people picking on you or doing shows on you, whatever. Because you never witnessed something like that in this degree with with DC, right?
I don't think so, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, you had your Michael.
Again, what does this prove of playing this clip from Tony? Well, that Tony has no content, that all he can do is just reach to the past, times where he wasn't even around. And because he has no content, take it from others.
Jason Smith or whatever, but that wasn't
Oh yeah, these 9 viewers, yeah.
But like, what if like that never happened?
Then we'd probably be doing corrupted.
Regular.
Yeah, me, Ken, and JB probably doing corrupted right now.
That's fucked up.
It is.
It was really great. Like it started on Pro V shit,
Yeah,
And, like,
I remember that.
and then it did move on over to the Mars Mirror program. But I mean, I have to say, I'm not going to get on here and, like, you know, I still like Mom's go talk to him and shit. He was a soft teddy bear. He could have, yes, if he didn't want to talk shit about y'all, said, hey, guys, y'all do your own drums, which he has multiple times. I mean, I push him recently. I sent him a couple clips here and there, but, like, there's been times he's like, man, I don't want to talk about the drama. No drama.
Yeah, I think a lot of times he did want to get away from it.
So,
oh, yes,
it's
he
not
did.
totally
That's
out of the realm that he's not normal, but he's really harmless, though, I'm telling you. Even the
No, I think he is really harmless. Like, I do believe that about him. I do. He is really harmless. I think he's nice, and in real life, he's a nice guy.
I mean, he's a father like you. He's a family man.
Yeah.
For real. And he, the noise-proof things, those are just blinds. And I've been known that. Those are just blinds. Fake blinds. He showed, like, I've been knowing that. Because I've been on calls, obviously, when we haven't been live. And he showed me that those are, like, paper folding blinds that do look like the soundproof. What's your opinion on that?
Right. I mean, he put him up after the lineup, so.
That's why you're mad, though, right?
Well, I mean, I don't care. I mean, like, I don't care, but it's like the guy was like, trying to pretend like I don't know.
Since excuse me, damn it. Since Joe is on this, it reminds me that I think this was on the AEW All Out Wrestling review stream that I was part of for 2+ hours with Joe. There was some douchebag. I don't even know their ethnicity, but I would say it just because I know it would trigger them. He basically said, Dave Rose talks over every time that you're talking, Dave, which was false. Got a lot of praise for that show, actually, to be quite honest. But yeah, apparently I was talking over Joe, and I wasn't letting him talk, and I was just annoying, blah, 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 blah. But so basically the reply from Inspector Todd says, Dave Rose is single-handedly destroying Joe's channel, I believe, or community or something like that. But I thought it comical regardless that he's one of those people who seems to be pissed off from the actions I've taken. He has donated to me one time. I could try to look up that payment information on PayPal, but why? He can criticize me all he wants. He can hate me all he wants. I'm not a scumbag piece of shit, okay? Guy never tried to dox me. Why would I try to do the same with him? Guy can say whatever the fuck he wants. The guy can fucking insinuate the most craziest of fucking things. But he hasn't tried to attack me in a way that requires and deserves a proper response. No, so the guy can say whatever he wants. He can believe whatever he wants. Again, there's a line that I don't cross. I know it's very difficult for people with one eye, cyclopses or mole men, to be able to understand such things, or trichomes for that matter, obviously, slopey eyes. But other than that, no, there's, certain things that I won't do. Now, again, I don't expect everyone to understand that because, there's always been like, oh, well, what's Dave planning with this big grand plan, blah, blah. Don't worry your pretty little head. I'll be the villain for as long as it needs to be, but in the end, as we've clearly seen, Dave Rose gets proven correct. And again, I'm not in no rush to prove that. People can find that out on their own. That's why I leave my shit up, so that people can actually judge it for themselves. And if at the end of the day they don't like me, well, you don't like me. Simple as that. I'm not going to chase after people. I'm like, oh, please like me. Have me on your show. Like, wow, dude, like, I paid you under the table for a Patreon. Or, like, Ken, I made you, like, an action figure. It's like, well, Drew, I said this publicly. Drew basically thought we should part ways after my actions, which I stand by. I haven't bothered him. I haven't chased after him. Oh, maybe you should reconsider. No.
Dude, I don't want to be on the show. I don't know anything about you. Like, what are you talking about?
Many people get inspired
That's
from
funny.
I know, but he said he doesn't know me. I'm like, what do you mean? Your whole fucking the background, the mic you're using, the setup, what you wanted to do, like you reaching out to me. You didn't have a show fucking in 2017. You just started in the end of 2017, or around March 2017 is when he started.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And then for the year before, so it's like it's not a big deal. It's just like what? Like, I said something to him like about it. I'm like, dude, are you just gonna do are you gonna be one of those guys that basically tries to copy what I'm doing and then shit on me? Is that what's happening? Because that's
you're
what
on
doing.
deck.
Like,
start lacing up your boots.
It was like, come on. Let's be real about this.
Verbal alert.
Dude, I don't even know
Verbal alert.
That's hilarious.
Get ready, bullseye.
We're gonna go listen to more of this. I'm gonna jump into the game though, but that's fucking hilarious. Dude, I don't even know you. Who are you? Stop calling me. Stop texting me.
Who the fuck are you?
Joe Cronin?
Who are you?
Oh, Simo, doing work, baby. What's up, Simo? Oh, you deleted all his messages? Sometimes people like to read those messages, though. That's why I didn't delete him. Because sometimes people want to read the back and forth between, all of them. You know what I'm saying? What's up, buddy? Sometimes, it's good to leave conversations, especially like late night, because there's not really much is going on, Well, I didn't see.
Whoa, dude, Wild
anything
Stallions.
with
Yes,
rape,
I get it.
But I mean, you could delete the message. You know what I mean? You know
Okay,
what
so
I mean?
this is almost done
Jelly
playing.
bean. All right, let's jump in the game.
Yeah, no, it sounds bad. I think this is where I think he says a few things, but then we're gonna take calls.
Should have left.
Probably will be short, so
I didn't.
hey, maybe
I
you
didn't
will
do
start
it.
on time there, Bozy.
Simo did it, not me.
But yeah, if
I don't
anyone
really
wants
care.
to say anything
Like,
via
but-
Skype, call in
That
now.
big of a deal.
We'll
Like, I
leave
don't
it
even
open
want it. We just
for
wanted it to be left
10 minutes, I guess,
for other fucktards to read. The other
while I
12
wrap
fuckers that
up,
are in this room
I
that
guess.
are crazy as fuck.
And at
You know
the
what I'm
10-minute
saying? For them
mark,
to read.
we'll sign
Now it's
off,
gonna be
and
hard to know
Bozy
what
will
he's
hopefully
saying.
go live
It's all gonna be
immediately.
Scott's
So,
answers,
be sure to
Not
check
that I
his
even
link
care
out
who
there in the
the other guy
chat,
was.
because that is where the action's going to be.
I'm just saying for other people to, get a little drama on, have a little drama going on for them. All right, we got some new mods. What's going on here? Okay, where's this engine? Yes, we got a new engine, bro. Holy shit.
Like, whoa, dude, Wild
Is
Stallions.
this the N14 sound and engine pack?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the next biggest thing on
Alright,
YouTube.
That looks like to be it.
Great radio etiquette, awesome content, and an intelligence
Dude, we
that
gotta
makes
fucking-
Einstein look like a moron.
Dude, we got some good shit coming in here right now. I'm talking about my mods.
Oh, the ones with the names that you say, I don't know,
Let's put the road noise up top.
Bullfrog's dad's
sound-
address? Like that?
Oh shit, bro. This.
And I do have to say, yeah, this is done. I do have to say, I do remember where he did also criticize Ken about, so Skype lines are open, maybe 5 minutes at most. But yeah, so I just remember him saying about Ken, whether he dresses the kids well, if they need clothes, or if CPS needs to be called, and he said that about other people too. I've never actually said CPS needed to be called on Joe, for example. I did state, and again, something that I won't lie about, because I don't need to lie about it, will be judged for it, because I don't mind that, nor care, because I stand for truth, and it's perfectly fine. But the screen time is something that I have an issue with when it comes to kids. It's as simple as that. I worked in an industry that I had to learn. Okay, if I wanted to stay competitive in that field, that's why I worked in it for over 17 years, and I'm still doing that as a side hustle because fucking I know how to do it with my eyes closed. Yeah, I know from actually having upgraded my skills, just like the Goon does, because we take things like that seriously. That exposure, long-term exposure to children of young age who have developing brains and eyes, nervous system, and so forth, it is detrimental to their health. And there's several different reasons why. And I've discussed this ad nauseum. But I stand by that statement because I have the experience also to be able to back up that statement with actual reports, with documentation, with facts. But, that sort of thing is anathema to people like Tony. Details, schmetails. Those are for the little people. And again, what does he care? Because he can hardly read as it is. I mean, does he even read? Does he only read when he needs to, or does he read as a hobby like I do? Well, to me, it's more, I'll be honest, it's an addiction. Reading to me is an addiction. Um, so, well, I think it's the knowledge that's the addiction. Reading is just one way of getting it. The goon says, in Jasper, met a friendly guy, Miguel, from Edmonton. He went into detail about Glace Bay and its strong manufacturing. I held in laughter because I know Skunt was once an employee. Uh-huh. Interesting. Well, I won't ask for any further details on that, but I do appreciate that little tidbit of knowledge. And yeah, you must have... Jasper at this time, hopefully the mosquitoes weren't too bad, but Jasper at this time of year is nice. It's hard to think of a time where that area is not nice. During the winter is obviously awesome too, but shit, during the summer, as long as you're not dealing with too many bugs, and you can go hiking and stuff, that's great. You also do need to fucking watch out for mountain lions, because they will literally just jump off the... that's right, literally. Jump right off from out of the woods onto the trail, and they'll just grab a kid and try to take off. Many such cases. There's black bears, brown bears, grizzlies. Beautiful and rugged place. That's right, again. It's Miguel. My name is Miguel. But okay, well, we've gotten no calls. Which is perfectly fine, unlike the losers there in Tony's chat who seem to think that I'm desperate to receive calls. And we know that I could receive calls if I stayed on longer, but I know Bolsey was planning... Well, I didn't know until later that Bolsey was planning on streaming today. So I talked to him and stuff, and I said, well, I'd like to do a few things. Haven't streamed in like a week, and thought I'd trigger a few Tonys. And, he was gracious, Tommy, gracious enough to at least postpone his show momentarily. But I think 3:15, well, actually started up now. We're going to wrap it up then. Lagoon says, glacier I walked on was near the Columbia ice fields. Very nice. Must have very much enjoyed that. The views are spectacular. But yeah, there it is. A nice little drama Watchtower. We've been going for about an hour, 40 minutes. It's a small one. But still a lot larger than what Tony has in his pants. But I might stream later. I don't know. I don't know if Ken's planning on streaming later. He sometimes does Wednesday stuff. But yeah, now on the platter is the Goon. Sorry, it's Bullseye. And yeah, let's see what he has to discuss and such. So, on that note, I am Devious Dave Rose. I'm not going anywhere. I will continue to show my screen, and there's nothing any of these idiots or trolls can do about it. So, we shall see you next time.